Delighted to get a player of choosing quality on board, because he came to OKR last season, made a massive impact, and let's hope he can do something similar for the Bulls.
Yeah, it's good to have Dane here. I've tracked his career for a long time and coached against him back in when he was in under-20s playing for Melbourne, so I'm fully aware of what he's capable of, and it was great when the opportunity came to get him over here. We're expecting Dane to play his style of game and fit in with the players, and we're not expecting too much too quickly.
Yeah, hopefully it might attract a decent crowd. I mean, there'll be a good crowd anyway, but it might get a few more people down, because every game must win now. Yeah,
for sure, and he's that kind of player. He's quick, and he's got some footwork amongst him, and he backs himself. So we'll be encouraging to play what he sees and to back himself. Yeah.
Have you known him for a good few years and sort of tracked his career since he was a young lad?
I haven't personally known him as a guy, but as a player, I've tracked him probably 2008, 2009. I've been aware of his ability and what he's about.
Yeah. Do you tend to compile files on players, or is it all sort of mental notes and things like that?
Yeah, but back home I have a lot of files on a lot of different players that I sort of research, or potential recruits. But yeah, definitely pretty good at the mental notes as well.
Yeah, do you see him more as like an organiser or a running player, or a bit of both maybe?
He's a little bit of both. He's I think as a half you have to learn how to steer the team around, but he's also played a lot of fullback, so he's definitely got a good running game. He's got soft hands and he can kick. So we'll try and make Dane feel really comfortable about the style of play as we evolve and suit things around his skill set.
Yeah, and just to confirm, he's definitely playing, making his debut.
Yeah, Dane will be playing on Sunday. Yep.
Super. Just finally from me, Ron, where do you think it leaves the Bulls? Obviously, you could be 1 point behind the top 4 if results go your way come Sunday, and that's basically what you're hoping for: beat Whitehaven and hope one of the other teams above you loses. Yeah, we just got to take care of our own backyard and play well on Sunday against Whitehaven, and go through the process and perform well, get the result, and that's all we can control.
Do you have any players coming back? Is Mitch Clark in contention, Rohan?
No, Mitch won't be ready for maybe next weekend, but more likely the weekend after.
Do you have any updates on Lee Gaskell, Adrian Purtell?
Lee Gaskell's getting very close. He won't be this weekend, but he's close. Purtell's still a few weeks away.
In terms of the goals for the season, as Rusty said, 3 games to go. Obviously, you want to win all 3 games.
Yeah, we have to. That's the way it is. But I'm not looking any further ahead than Whitehaven. They're going to throw a lot at us. They've got nothing to lose. So we've got to prepare and get ourselves in the right mindset to play well this weekend, and worry about the following weekends and any other results that can take care of itself down the track.
And obviously, you're playing 2 sides at home in consecutive weeks. Both sides scrapping for their championship lives. Yeah, well, they're going to come here, throw whatever they have in their arsenal. They're going to test us out. So we're prepared for a team that comes with a bit of a winner takes all mentality, and we've just got to really take care of ourselves here and not focus overly on the result or whatever else is going on anywhere else. It's all about what happens on the field on Sunday. When you played Lee at the Summer Bash, it was similar intensity to what we saw Sunday, and then we had sort of a very disappointing home defeat against Dewsbury. Are you concerned at how much energy the game at the Lee Sports Village on Sunday has took out of the boys, or are you happy with how they've been this week in training?
As you can see, there's plenty of energy out there. The players are really buying into our sort of recovery and rejuvenation regime that we've sort of slowly instilled in the last few weeks. So there's been plenty of energy and plenty of action out on the field and in the gym there. So not too concerned about that. We've taken a lesson out of some other previous performances about backing up week to week, and overall, even the Dewsbury game, we were down on execution, but our effort was there. So we're not looking back. We're looking forward here, and we've had a good honest chat today about what we need to do on the weekend. So it's up to us to build it up and be ready to rumble at 3 o'clock on Sunday.
You were at the under-16s last night, Rohan. just been speaking to John Bastian. Great performance. You know, how impressed are you with the junior setup here?
Oh, I'm very impressed. John's a great operator and got a lot of runs on the board as far as being one of the best in the business at putting in a youth system. And I have a good chat with John at least once a day, and then several texts and phone calls, and we're really working together to build it from the bottom up. The 16s and 19s program are going really well. It's really enjoyable to mix with the kids in the afternoons and to see them perform on their well, not weekends, but in their matches has been really pleasing. You know, Matt Diskin and Lee Beattie and Chev have done a great job, along with all the support staff. They're really passionate about the club and producing juniors, and it's great to have good young kids around. Not only good players on the field, but potential to be first team players, but also really good people.
And obviously it helps the club in the long run if you can promote from the 16s to the 19s and then into the first team.
Yeah, you know, from my experiences and observations in rugby league over the years, it's really difficult to build something sustainable without having a quality junior program coming through and producing your own players. It's really important to have a steady flow of players progressing through your own program into the first team setup. So that's certainly what we'll be looking to do, while we bring a few others in at the top end to complement that.
Well, when you let Johnny Walker go out on loan at Keith later today, is that a move for Johnny because lack of game time here?
Yeah, it's, you know, I look out for the best interests of the players as well as the club. Johnny hasn't had many opportunities to play, and we're getting a few people in his position available for selection at the moment. So Johnny wasn't going to play this weekend again. So I thought it was best for the club to see if there was someone else that could give him that opportunity to play well and to earn himself a contract for the future.
How important is it not to get complacent against a team which has lost 14 league games this season, like Whitehaven?
It was easy for me not to be complacent because I don't look at the ladder. I only look at their performances on the field, and I've seen Whitehaven play a lot of good rugby, and to me complacency is a curse. You know, it's you got to concentrate on your performance every week, and even within every sort of minute or every little patch of time in a game, it's about the process. It's not about the result. It's not about the ladder. It's not about the fans. It's about the players doing what they need to do at that particular moment. So looking too far ahead breeds complacency, but focusing on the job at hand, that keeps you level-headed, I think.
Do you think you'll be able to send that message to the players, across to the players, not to get complacent on Sunday?
Yeah, I think they've made that very clear amongst themselves that if we perform well, we'll get the result that we're after. So to perform well, you need to know what your job is, but also know what the threats of the opposition are and prepare yourself to combat their strengths.
Do you have any new injury concerns ahead of the game?
Good question. New?
A couple of knocks after the league game, wasn't it?
I think Matty Blythe had a bit of swelling.
Matty's fine.
Matty's fine.
Jumping out of his skin. Today he's really excited. I'm not sure who else you're concerned about.
Danny's eyes there.
Yeah, Danny's got no fracture there. He's got a nice bruise. Looks like he's gone a few rounds with a boxer, but he's got no fracture. So providing that the swelling goes down enough and the medical staff are okay, he'll do some full contact on Saturday. He should be in the mix.
How disruptive is it for the Whitehaven camp coming into this game with their coach James Coyle announcing he's standing down at the end of the season this week?
I wasn't even aware of that, so you'd have to ask the Whitehaven players. But from experience in sport, that can often galvanise teams when someone's moving on. People bind together and dig deep for one last hurrah, or for a patch of time there. So it's when there's a change, things can get better in a hurry, or sometimes they can get worse. But I expect nothing other than a really big effort from Whitehaven on the weekend, and something that we're going to have to more than match to get what we want out of the game.
There was another close defeat to Lee last week. But do you think, are you encouraged that you'll be able to give teams like that a run for their money?
I thought we performed really well last week. The scoreboard didn't show us what we wanted, but I thought the performance, I didn't feel like we were beaten on the day. The score obviously didn't take care of it, but I thought we performed well, and it's obviously pleasing to play well against such a star-studded team that's running away with the league. But that we can take a bit out of that, a bit of confidence and a bit of belief about what we are capable of. But we've got to start again on Sunday. It's not the starting point. We've got to begin again. We've got to build it from the ground up on Sunday.
I was just going to ask you, both Falloons looking for a new club, having left Leeds Rhinos. You know Bo from back home?
Yeah, I know Bo well. He's a really good lad, and I'm not exactly sure where he's at with things or what the arrangement with Leeds is, but we're always looking to strengthen our group, so we'll play that as it comes.
Is he a player that would interest you? I mean, your hooking options at the minute maybe aren't great with Lund being out, and obviously Power only on a month's loan.
Yeah, well, we have to see what happens there with with Lummy's recovery. It wasn't too serious, the surgery, so but also see what Wakefield's take on Howarth is, and see what Bo wants to do potentially. So at the moment, there's nothing to report there, but I'm always on the lookout. And Bo's a great lad, a really tough competitor, and someone that fits in well amongst the group and really adds to the spirit and the dynamic of a team, which he did when I worked at the Titans.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, bro.